Chris.
Heath.
I gotta start writing my name on more things.
Practicing your cursive?
Yeah, I've gotten away from it. I print all uppercase now.
Okay. Full caps, screaming.
It's more legible from a distance.
Sure.
That's why comic books are that way.
Is this going anywhere, or are we done with this segment?
No, we're done with the segment.
All right, sweet. It's been longer than usual since we've recorded. A little over a month, actually. I'm going to say it's mostly on me. I've been recovering. I was under the weather for a while, but now we're back. We're stronger than ever. This is Mobius Tubes, the video game podcast. We're recording this episode 136 on February 8th, 2026. Just the two co-hosts this time. Samantha will be back sooner or later.
How are you, Chris?
I'm doing well. Let's tee up. What should listeners expect on this episode? We're going to catch up on the many games you and I have been playing. We have a listener email, one I'm excited to discuss. Quick, fast, and furious news roundup, nothing too crazy. And then the long-awaited Volume 20 of Mobius Tunes, our music guessing game segment. All in that and more to look forward to. What first game should we discuss of yours, Heath?
Subnautica.
Okay. You're going to take the lead on this, but I have dipped my toes into the waters, of Subnautica.
I know you have, yes.
I'm glad you're stalking my profile so closely.
You earned achievements in a weird order. For the uninitiated, Subnautica is the underwater sandbox survival crafting game from 2018. There are three types of people that play Subnautica. Carefree girls that are too busy chasing peepers to worry about resource management. Thrill seekers who budget down to the last atom of oxygen in their lungs before returning to the surface to take a breath.
Maximal efficiency.
And base builders, determined to gentrify the Marianas Trench, strip it of its natural resources, and STFO. Which one am I, you ask? Initially, none, because if you recall, I set this game down after struggling to make water and crafting 4 titanium ingots before concluding that this game had nothing to offer.
To be fair, if you can't make drinkable water, you have very little game to play. You won't get far.
I only recently started making bleach.
Okay, I've yet to hit bleach.
It's so obtuse.
Okay.
I mean, it's just as obtuse in the real world. I wouldn't know how to make bleach.
Yeah, I'd be
right
lost. I'm screwed.
It takes about a week for it to click, both in-game and in real life. On the other hand, you had a girl to guide you through the experience, so your nautical mileage may vary.
Yes, I'm getting the jump on one of my 2026 resolutions to play Subnautica for Samantha.
The longer I play it, the more generous of a resolution that was. She gave you a softball. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
I'm having fun, at least.
I think I've seen the glimmer of the fun. This is going to be my sole contribution to Subnautica. You're going to do the rest of the heavy lifting. I'll just say I've played it for like 3 hours. The opening 90 minutes of this survival crafting game under the water.
Spartan.
Yeah, rude awakening. Very slow start. You're just trying to find sustenance to keep your hunger meter appropriately filled. But now that I have seen the light at the end of the tunnel of where the base building could go, maybe I'm one of the base builder people you referenced.
You did that far too early. I was shocked.
This could be because I have an experienced player watching over my shoulders, Samantha, giving me tips.
Yeah.
But now that I've seen where the progression could go, I'm now willingly on the treadmill to play Subnautica.
Yeah. My brother and I did not have Samantha to guide us, so we each built hundreds of meters of pipe into the deep caves before independently coming to the conclusion that it's one of the worst ways to progress. It'll save your life in a pinch, but the amount of setup is just not worth it. Here's another pearl of wisdom from Seth.
Were these pipes to provide you with oxygen?
Yeah, it's on the surface and you just funnel air down.
Down to the depths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another pearl of wisdom from Seth.
Is only pick up what you immediately need. Anything more than the exact amount to craft something and you will not have enough inventory space.
Yeah, it's limited.
You will lament all the salt deposits you swim past in pursuit of something else, only to desperately need salt later and find none.
Salt is precious, yeah. I was starving for it.
This is one of the most backseatable games of all time. Early game frustrations are easily cured by having a veteran seaman alongside you. Like, for instance, fish are easier to catch at night.
Okay.
Did you realize that?
I have not realized that.
I didn't until Seth pointed it out.
Is it because they can't see you coming?
Yes, and some of the fish are more fluorescent, so they're easier to spot across the background.
Oh, okay.
And it's not easily spoiled.
The narrative, you mean?
Right, yeah.
Which this game has a narrative, somewhat to my surprise.
Right. Okay, how far am I? 36 hours.
Whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, yes.
This is the late game you're in, or have you finished Subnautica?
No, I've not finished Subnautica, no. How many tools have you made?
A handful.
The repair tool,
Flashlight,
the scanner.
scanner, yep.
My favorite part of the game so far is Scan Fest. New blueprint acquired. The voice lady interrupting herself with new blueprint acquired. It's peak game feel. The least favorite part of the game, I got scared by a sea monster. I've picked up 2 purple tablets.
Okay.
How many purple tablets have you picked up?
I think I might have found one.
You must have done one, yes. I've witnessed the planet's immigration enforcement. Pretty much the same as America's lately.
Yeah, true. We'll leave it at that.
The vehicles. The vehicles in Subnautica are as important as the vehicles in Death Stranding. Have you made the Sea Glide?
I think I have whatever the most rudimentary vehicle is, the Sea Glide.
Yeah, okay, it's the Sea Glide. Okay, good. I'm going to talk about a vehicle that you don't have yet, the Sea Moth. I love how heavy it is. Despite my look sensitivity approaching near max, I love how I have to flick my mouse like the white ball in the golf arcade machine just to get my craft facing the right direction.
Okay.
It adds to the heft of the craft. I love that you can't turn in midair if you breach the surface and jump a little bit with your ship. It's a boat. You can't turn a boat in midair. And lastly, I like how not durable it is. My first trip out, I bonked on a rock and lost 40% of my health. It must be built out of the same materials that the boat in Dredge was.
Tissue and paper.
Okay, last thing about Subnautica, the pros and the cons. The pros are exciting traversal methods. Every fins upgrade, the Sea Glide like you mentioned, and the thing I just described, the Sea Moth, each time you unlock a crafting recipe for one of those, the mind sets ablaze with the possibilities of now accessible areas. The cons, no distracted driving. I should be able to browse my crafting iPad while the ship is speeding and run the risk of crashing into a Leviathan-level creature.
But it won't allow you to.
No, it slows to a halt if you pull up your inventory.
To encourage safe driving procedures.
It should be like Outer Wilds.
Oh,
I want to accidentally fly into the sun.
Right.
But this game came out a year before Outer Wilds?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I nailed it. Whatever. Things to look forward to in Subnautica 2 that we're not allowed to play ethically?
Right, because we're boycotting it.
And that's Subnautica. Chris, do you have any questions?
I do have a couple.
Okay.
You mentioned this game's potential for backseatability playing. I would comment to Samantha, this cannot be fun for you, watching me aimlessly try to gather some salt in the early hours. But I guess she's enough of a Subnautica sicko that she was saying, no, this is great. I'm having so much
You're
fun.
talking about her specifically.
Yeah, her specifically. I think it would be a rather dull experience if your hands weren't on the controller.
No. You were alone in that fact. I think there's a little bit of an onlooker in all of us. The pink overalls kid.
From your methods of play.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Here's my question for you, Heath.
Yeah.
Early hours, one frustration I was running into is I would look at my available recipes. I would clearly identify the couple precious resources that were my bottleneck, the things I needed to go find.
Yeah.
And then I'd have no idea where to find them.
Right.
No real in-game indication or hint. So if I didn't have this Sherpa, Samantha guiding me through, this is where I'd be pulling up a guide and just looking it up.
Do pull up guides.
Okay. I was going to ask you, how much are you leveraging guides in this game?
In the early hours, yes. without
Okay.
question. Don't even hesitate.
Okay. It's kind of a crutch you need to rely on for a while.
Had I not used guides, I don't think I would have found a single silver.
Yeah, me too.
They're in the slightly reddish brown rocks.
Sometimes identifying those brown rocks on the brown seabed, it's like you're trying to find where's Waldo. It's so hard.
True to life. Yes.
I'm not above using the guides at all. No qualms about it. Is that the intended experience?
What I'm going to answer your question with another question. Is it Last of Us that has toggle item shimmer? If it's a pick-upable item in the environment, it will have a glint of white
Kind of
flash over it.
It's like an accessibility setting.
Yeah, that you could turn off if you want it to be more cinematic or realistic.
More grounded.
Yeah, so there is no such feature in Subnautica.
Right.
Because this game came out while we were in college. But I feel like it would benefit as much as you can pin recipes. Right, call them recipes.
Right, the blueprints.
The crafting blueprints, whatever. It should maybe highlight the resource that's so hard to find.
That would certainly increase the quality of life a great deal.
Yeah. So, what was his original question? It was.
Do you think the heavy use of guides is like baked into the intended experience?
Of course not. It drops you in with next to no dialogue. There's no inner monologue. The guy isn't like, I'm thirsty. That is not the intended sequence. You're supposed to, the whimsy of the world is supposed to inspire you to go seek out those rare resources. And you're just supposed to enjoy the hunt.
Sure.
But when you've cracked open your 100th titanium and all you ever need is gold or silver, yeah, rush the guides.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could be in Subnautica, I would say all day, but probably like all month looking for them.
Get your sea legs.
Get your sea legs.
And that's Subnautica.
And that's Subnautica. I will have more to say on it when I have played it a great deal more.
What have you played a great deal, Chris?
Oh, I've been playing a great deal of one thing in particular, Heath.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Most of my attention has been on the game I talked about last episode. It's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Back to talk about it again. Just to catch people back up, this is the debut release from the new French studio, Sandfall Interactive. It's a turn-based, Japanese-inspired RPG with a grand narrative and very melancholy themes. I've got a lot of notes here, Heath. Feel free to jump in whenever you feel the inclination, because otherwise I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
Going into this game, I was a little worried. My expectations had been set so high that this game was doomed to disappoint me. It didn't stand a chance. I was playing it hot off the heels of nearly every game review outlet naming it their 2025 Game of the Year. I had just seen the Game Awards bestow Clair Obscur with more awards than any other game in the show's entire history.
That's a lot of awards.
It's a lot of awards. It's an RPG, already one of my favorite game genres, so that bodes well. It looked incredibly appealing to me from the very first time I saw its trailer. So on paper, all this evidence is adding up to pointing towards this should be a new favorite game of mine. And yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My lofty expectations were met, maybe even slightly exceeded. Clair Obscur is an awesome video game. It's been an excellent reminder of why I love this medium so damn much. I would say 10 out of 10, no notes, and leave it at that. But I actually have copious notes, so we're going to dive into those.
What it says about the medium.
Last episode, I was in like Act 2. I was giving early impressions on how pretty much every aspect of the game had been impressing me so far. And that just straight up continued to be the case. For the approaching 60 hours I played it so far, the quality never really dropped off into those individual components I like so much. The reflex-based, parry-heavy turn-based combat system never wore out its welcome.
You parry in Parry.
Yes. It wears its Frenchness on its sleeve, very much so. This combat system, it struck such a fine balance between the cerebral planning a couple turns ahead I want for my turn-based games with the blood-pumping high stakes I look for in my action games. It was a wonderful blending of the two. The soundtrack continued to be nothing but oops, all bangers. The opening notes and vocals to one late game boss theme in particular go from 0 to 100 so rapidly, and the vocalists are bringing so much raw passion right out the gate that it actually stun-locked me.
What?
I was incapable of reacting. My entire party just tanked the opening barrage of attacks.
Oh.
And when I came to my senses, I had to restart the fight. It was hopeless.
What?
After the fact, I went and looked up reaction streams of this moment, and I'm not an isolated case. I've never been happier losing a fight immediately. Definitely a highlight from my playthrough. Please give Lorien Testar, the game's composer, more work. I need more Lorien in my soundtracks. It was excellent.
Sorry, is it a spoiler to say which boss fight this is?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
refrain from
Just
saying
late
that.
game bot. You'll know it when you hear it.
You'll know it when you hear it because you are hearing vocalists singing their heart out from minute one.
Okay.
Characters were great. Shout out to Monoko. He's kind of your comedic relief party member. He has a handful of dry humor line deliveries I thought were legitimately laugh out loud funny. And I struggle to imagine anyone walking away from Expedition 33 failing to fall in love with Esquier, the innocent goofball god, who can't relate to a guy whose wee balances out his woo. That makes perfect sense if you've played the game, I assure you.
I'll take your word for it.
I loved slowly unraveling the mystery of the narrative. And the story goes places and takes big swings I am absolutely here for. It's certainly not a story I've never seen before, but it's strongly executed. Yes, it's a game deeply concerned about grief, but I also really enjoyed hearing what the game had to say about the power of art and the role art plays in our lives. The ending, final decision, and reflection it prompts from the player were all very interesting to me. I'm genuinely excited to discuss them if and when you or Samantha ever play this game.
I mean, is it shorter than Persona 5?
Great question. Yes, it absolutely is shorter than Persona 5.
It's indie, yeah.
I did feel a little bit misled about the size and scope of the game. I was hearing pretty routine comments that people were finishing this game around the 30-hour mark. And I suppose you technically could if you straight critical pathed it. There is so much to do in this game. I'm nearing hour 60, and I feel like I have a lot left to do. So I felt a little misled about like how much there actually is in this game. Finally, wrapping up all these things I really like about Expedition 33. Really fun build, crafting, and progression in this game. We don't need to go into great detail, but the way you kind of build out your characters, there's this, I'm using very specific game terminology here. There's the Picto Lumina system. All you need to really know is you'll unlock abilities that can be equipped to characters. And by the end, you unlock very many of them, and they can be shuffled around pretty much at will between any character. In the late game, they can have tons of them equipped, huge amounts of Pictos and Lumina. Characters don't really have defined roles in this game. You can build them as you see fit. Sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. I think it works well here. When I say there's a lot of Pictos and Lumina, there's maybe too many. By the end game, navigating the menu UI became unwieldy. There were so many. There's no good way to sort dozens, if not hundreds, of abilities. A case in point to kind of highlight the level of flexibility on display here. In the late game, there was one boss I was seeking out because there was a good reward for beating them. And I showed up with my very conventional character build that is kind of built for general purpose, kind of get me through anything, right? Decent defense, decent aggressiveness, some utility stuff, good action point economy stuff going on. I went up to fight the boss and got absolutely bodied.
Oh.
I didn't last more than a turn or two. And I'm like, okay, the amount of damage I was doing, I maybe took off 10% of its health bar. I was nowhere near finishing the fight.
Okay.
So then I said, okay, I'm going to have to make some major retooling decisions here if I want to try to beat this, which I felt encouraged to do because guides online were indicating, yeah, you're at the point in the story where you should be able to deal with this. So I did a little research. One thing I wasn't leveraging very well is this is a one-on-one fight. You don't get an entire party. You have to send one specific character.
Oh.
So I dipped into adding every single buff and benefit I could to a solo fighter. Went into the Picto and Lumina system, equipped every single ability that would have even a marginal benefit to this situation, restarted the fight, put it all into one massive attack, and the boss was defeated in a single attack. It was down in one.
Okay.
The night and day discrepancy between what your build can accomplish given the different circumstances was so abundantly clear. And that's to the credit of how flexible the character customization is in the game.
A testament to the system.
Right.
Okay.
How much you can tweak a character for a specific situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard, at least in New Game Plus, that you can absolutely break the damage calc and do millions of damage.
Right. You play a large portion of the game with an arbitrary damage cap imposed on you.
Yes.
The most useful skill in the game is the Picto that says you no longer have a damage cap.
Which is almost too powerful.
It becomes mandatory.
Right.
Every character must have it. And then finally, I thought the game was impeccably paced. I felt such a propulsion to keep on playing, couldn't put it down. I was annoyed I couldn't play this game under a more dense time frame. I had things like the holidays and a little trip break up my ability to play the game in a more concentrated fashion. And that got on my nerves because it was so drawing me in.
Yeah.
Until I hit Act 3 of the game.
Oh, this was not Act 3 yet?
Everything I said has been generally applicable.
Okay.
But Act 3 is where the pacing hit a roadblock for me. So here I've been gushing about the game. Here's where I'm finally going to transition into some more negative aspects and nitpicks of mine. I'm not even necessarily convinced this decision is inherently bad and will never work. But I have to say, Expedition 33 is very strangely structured. A large thrust of the game is the prologue, Act 1, Act 2.
Right.
And it's pretty linear. You feel pretty on rails. You go from main objective to main objective. Occasionally you'll see, oh, there's an extra dungeon on the side I could go do. But very often when you approach it, you'll see in large red text, it'll flash danger at you.
Le danger.
And then I double checked and I'm like, okay, all of these are late game areas. Okay, not for me right now.
Skip.
So very little in the way of optional dungeons to do as you're going through the vast majority of the story. And then you finally hit the end, Act 3. You get treated to a very exciting, lengthy cutscene setting up the final conflict. We're hitting the climax. You have all the motivation in the world to go finish the game. And then you get spit out into the open world and you get greeted with text saying, okay, you can now explore everything for the first time in the game. And I'm like, oh, for the very first time ever, I have my companions giving me side quests, like their loyalty missions.
Okay.
Never before seen that.
Yeah.
And all of these side areas, the carrot has been dangled in front of me of things I couldn't go to before. I now have dozens of things to check out. And this is all heaped on you in one fell swoop right before you're basically told you can go finish the game now.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. Like, what was the designer's intent? Narratively, in the thrust of the plot, I should go finish the game and then turn it off. But suddenly I have more content than I've ever had at my disposal to go do.
I like this.
I felt so conflicted. I settled on, okay, so I'm not going to finish the game until I do my party member loyalty quests. I played Mass Effect. I know where this is going. So I go to try to attempt some of them, and it's like a non-starter. I'm getting absolutely crushed.
They're hard.
They're hard.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not quite ready for those. Let's go try some of these other. I've got so much to do now. Let's go level up a little bit. And everything I try to do is absolutely, I am not leveled for it. It's way too hard for me. I'm like, okay, this is kind of nuts. Am I bad at this game? So far, I've been doing just fine. But maybe I've developed like bad character builds that are now finally catching up with me because I've never done any grinding or anything. So I turned to Reddit in a very Subnautica check the guide type of way.
Yeah.
And I learned, kind of to my surprise, that there's a very specific order you should be tackling this mountain of side content. And the game gives you no indication about that. It's the Wild West. You can go any direction you want, but there is a right set of steps you need to do to have a decently balanced experience. Baffling, the game doesn't provide you more guidance. That's maybe my biggest criticism of everything I'm going to say, is that there is such a strict order you should tackle it in, and you're given no indication. It's crazy. This did lead to this is just a funny anecdote where
Let's hear it.
I learned if I beat this specific boss, I can get the best weapon for Mael, which will carry me in this endgame.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me go try that out. It's this chief of a village, and you challenge her to a duel, and I get wrecked. This is in the early goings before I know I need to go do things in a very particular order.
She's too strong.
She's too strong. And I'm like, okay, we'll put Mael in the back burner. Let's go do Minoko's loyalty quest.
Yeah.
I go to the Sacred River to do Minoko's deal. And the very same chieftain who just bodied me happens to be relevant to Minoko's plot.
Yeah.
And she teleports from across the world to block me in a separate line of progression.
She's like, this is my river too.
This is my river too. It felt quite like a personal attack. Like she was specifically preventing me from making progress anywhere in the world.
Great.
That's the only time she ever leaves her village, by the way. I just happened to do it back to back consecutively.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Wait, if you beat her in one, does she show up in the other?
Yeah, she does.
Okay, well, let's do it again.
Because you don't kill her. It's just a friendly duel.
Yeah.
Okay, so the structure of the game, I just wish all this glut of side content was doled out incrementally over the course of the game, not given to you at the end and you're drowning in it. I would have liked it spread out.
It does feel like Acts 1 and 2 are on the Great Plateau. And then, yes, you can go kill Ganon, but there's a whole Breath of the Wild to play.
Yes. I get the impression they made the decision, here's an off-ramp. If you want to be done, you can be done. Or if you're a sicko, you can double your playtime doing all the side stuff before you see the credits. Okay, and then moving on, while we're still in the negative section, I have a couple story nitpicks. This is spoiler-free. These will be general observations. But I will say, after one of the game's largest shocking revelations you see in the late game, the cast of the game that you've been spending all this time with, they don't really discuss the implications with each other much at all. And I just don't buy that they wouldn't have a lot to talk about. Especially your party member Lune, whose defining character trait is her curiosity for how the world works. She approaches everything with a very analytical, scientific method mindset.
There has to be a reason.
And for her to have such a muted reaction to this earth-shattering information is crazy.
She's just like, let's go hang out by the river.
I think the developers put a muzzle on Lune and the rest of the cast because they wanted your attention laser-focused on the emotional themes and philosophical questions being raised instead of being distracted by the specific world-building details. And I think that's a reasonable call to make. The result is just that some of the characters behave very much out of character by the end. And that's my nitpick about that. And then the game, it ends. This is a game with a linear story.
Does it end with fin because it's French?
I don't think it did, actually.
Okay.
They showed some restraint.
Hey, everybody watch the Finding Dory Swedish ending.
The narrative plays out in a linear fashion until you hit the end where there is finally a player decision to make.
Oh.
There's a couple endings you can see. I'm very high on both of them. I like the endings of this game a great deal. This is not a situation where there's a definitive good ending, definitive bad ending you can mess up. There are trade-offs to be made depending on which one you pick. I think it's going to come down to the player's values and what they want to prioritize. I think it's all thematically very coherent with the game. My nitpick around the endings, spoiler-free, is I think one ending, the developers put a thumb on the scale and made it a bit arbitrarily darker than it needed to be. With a character acting in a cruel fashion you've never seen them do before. It felt a little surprising coming from them that painted this outcome in a darker tone overall. That I think I have seen people saying that there's kind of like the bad ending and the worst ending. And I think maybe it would have been more interesting to have their tones be on a little more even footing and lead it a little more ambiguous at which one the developer preferred the player to pick. There's my nitpick.
You're talking in circles.
I'm talking. Yeah, sorry.
I'm dying to know what it is.
Dying to know.
And you're not going to tell me because you want me to play this game?
Yeah, that's true.
This is more playable than Persona or the other ones?
Yeah. I do not think you would bounce off of this like you did Persona.
Okay.
In conclusion, Clair Obscur clears the Donkey Kong Bonanza banger threshold.
Oh, no.
We've got one down.
How could I forget that metric?
7 more to go. Yeah, that's what I've got.
Hey, does the title make sense?
Yes.
Is the Clair Obscur like a crystal ball?
I think that the title...
I know what the Expedition in 33 mean.
Sure. I think the title is more hearkening into themes of the game. I will say at one point, you find a regular-ass enemy whose name is Clair and another regular-ass enemy named Obscur. And then one time, you have to fight them both at once. All right. Thanks for listening to all of that. That is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Yeah, I see why it won Game of the Year last year.
It's not your favorite of these games, though.
Of which games?
RPGs.
No, it's not my favorite RPG. I'm in the midst of processing where in my favorite game list it goes.
Had you not played those at a formative age, had this one have been available,
if this one hit me at a vulnerable time,
and you're really big into acrylics,
it could have been my Persona 5, maybe.
All right.
Hey, Heath.
Yeah.
Throwing it back to you. I do have a question.
What's your question?
I realized I've been waiting for a while.
Let's wait no longer.
Did you say you're playing games on a new system?
Yeah.
Fill me in.
This next section's called the Comedy of Errors.
Okay.
Chris, did you know that Danganronpa 1 can run on a Mac?
Oh my God. Is this where I think it's going?
As long as it's 32-bit.
Okay.
And that's true of Portal. That's true of a number of different games on the Mac. And so I went and dug up one of the old 2013 Mac Pros from American High and plugged it in. But unfortunately, the operating system, I forgot on my last day of work. I updated it, so it's not Monterey or High Sierra. It's the other one. It's like Mountain Lion or something later. Big Sur. I could name every operating system, but I won't. So I was like, oh, shoot, no Danganronpa for me. I tempted fate, or should I say the fates. I wagered, given my stroke of luck, I bet Hades probably runs just as bad on this. So I launched Hades, and it runs so much better.
What?
Yeah.
Did you have access to this other laptop the whole time?
This isn't a laptop. This is a trash can. If you looked at it, you'd be like, that's a trash can. But that was a fun design that Apple did back in 2013.
It's a desktop.
It's a many years older than the current MacBook in front of us.
Right.
But it can run Hades.
Okay.
Since we've last spoke, I have seen the main story credits.
Oh, shit. You went back.
Hades 1 is the roguelike hack and slash action game from 2020. And after 100 hours, I did it. The unthinkable. I did 10 successful runs.
I never thought I'd be hearing these words coming out of your mouth.
After 100 hours, I've started to enjoy the game. Once you memorize the recipes for the duo boons and get to know Boldy, the game begins to flow. My average entertainment level across 100+ hours is still piss poor and way more extrinsic than intrinsic.
Shall we remind listeners, this was your top 5 favorite game you played last year?
With the benefit of hindsight, had I played the whole game on this computer and not this computer, I think it would have been 5.
Okay, you correctly Nostradamus successfully placed it where it should have been.
I am able to have out-of-body experiences like that. Yes.
Count the neurons.
Yeah, count the neurons. Amazingly, everything I have ever said about Hades, the video game, has been correct. It is the finest shepherd's pie ever baked. That is to say, immensely filling, just not very appetizing. I'll say one positive thing before I open it up to Chris for questions. I liked the bespoke artwork of Hades during his apology. Even his belt buckle looks regretful. Over to you, Chris.
So this was prompted by you saw the game was running much better on different hardware.
I think my second run on that hardware was a clear.
Okay.
So I was like, this is now manageable.
Night and day difference. Did seeing the conclusion to the story stir up any kind of emotion?
No more emotion than Transistor. I think I preferred Transistor. But that's more romance. The romance is Hades is I enjoy when Meg insults me.
Sure.
And then that's about it. Okay, you're asking me any feelings about the story. Well, I immediately know what Hades 2 is.
And what would that be?
Because the moment Demeter realizes her daughter is alive, is somewhere in particular, it's going to bring on the end of days.
I see.
Hades 2 must take place in a winter wonderland. That's why my joke about Asphodel being cold was spot on.
Did you get any inclination what the epilogue would be dealing with if you chose to pursue it, which I don't expect you will?
No.
Okay.
Unless Hades 2 blows my socks off and then I gotta go back.
I don't think that'll be the case.
Okay. The epilogue of Hades 1 is the gods all of their dirty secrets come out. Except for Hermes, because I told Hermes to shut up and his dialogue no longer triggers.
Oh.
So I can't give him ambrosia because he's no longer talking to me because I told him to go away. Out of speed, right? Because the joke is that he's the fast god. So he's like, hey, you want to cut these conversations short so there's no longer chit-chat? And then I was like, yes.
It gave you a yes or no?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can toggle it.
That's crazy.
I mean, I hope he comes back. I don't know how to change it otherwise. No, the epilogue for Hades 1 is you hear all about the dirty secrets like the one I know about Demeter. I'm sure Dionysus committed tax fraud.
So, a bit of a redemption arc for Hades for you.
It earned its spot on my list, no better.
I assume you'll be booting up Hades 2 on this new computer.
I will be, and I'm eager to talk with you guys about it.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not eager to play it because I beat Hades 1 like last month.
Sure.
And I was like, I could start Hades 2 now.
But Subnautica calls.
Or I could play all these other games. Yeah. That's Hades 1.
That's Hades 1. What have you got next for me, Heath?
Next up, Chris, I went back into Ball Pit.
Okay.
The brick-breaking, base-building roguelike from last year.
You're replaying the hits from last year.
Because they came out with an update.
Yes.
There were 2 new characters.
2 new characters. I saw this.
There were 2 new balls. There was more than 2 balls. So I unlocked those. And first of all, my base is so good that I have the funds to buy anything and everything I ever wished.
Now that you're in the real late game, you know those infinite buildings that you can keep upgrading forever?
Oh, yeah.
How high have those gotten for you?
I think it's plus 13 to each attribute. Upgrading them additionally would cost 100,000 money.
Right.
It's easy breezy, and the new Game Plus levels are just challenging enough to be fun. I wanted to see every evolution. I wanted to see every character. I'm nearly there. Yesterday, I just unlocked Satan in-game. And what else to say about Ball Pit? Oh, can we talk about win-loss ratios?
Like how many of the runs are successful?
A fighting game, the ideal win-loss ratio is 55%. Because if it was a true 50-50, you'd feel kind of meh. But if you're winning slightly, you'll keep playing.
Okay.
Flashcards.
For studying.
For studying. You want like a 90% clear rate for flashcards. If you're nailing every flashcard, it's too easy. It needs to be harder. This is based on research.
Yeah, if you're hitting every flashcard, it's time for you to stop doing flashcards.
It should be like 90%. If it's lower than 90%, then they're too hard. You gotta make them easier. Anyway, back to video games.
Ball pit.
Ball pit shouldn't be 100%, but I'm clearing all of them. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I have to rely on the necromancer building crutch.
Which revives?
Which revives.
Gotcha.
So I'm smoking it. And the moment I have revealed every possible upgrade, every synergy, my interest in this game will plummet.
Right.
But so far, lots of fun. Okay, I'll spoil one of the new characters. The Falconer shoots balls from either side.
Presumably from his falcons?
Yes, from the Falcons. It's like the twins guy, but from either
okay.
where the bumpers would be.
Sure.
You combine that with the scientist, who is the gravity guy, it makes some bosses impossibly difficult.
The very first one in particular, right?
The first one and the second one, the ice guy, hitting the barriers that are just right positioned. You could barely hit him.
Okay.
With your Falcons that are subject to gravity. The path is not there. It's really hard. I call Falconer plus Scientist bird brain. It's really tough if you need a challenge. So that's Ball Pit. What a fun, just easy breezy game.
Yeah, it's great.
And then there's Blueprints.
All right.
Because I'm not done with Blueprints for the same reasons.
Running the hits. The way the ending of Clair Obscur was structured kind of reminded me of Blueprints, actually, where you can see the credits and be done with it, or there's like an entire other game that could be played after the credits, if you so choose.
Sure. Yes. Blueprints is the stepwise puzzle game from last year. My hour count in Steam is suspect, but at this point, the majority of my playtime is after Room 46.
Right.
It's day 82, and I just got that trophy for filling all spaces with 45 rooms.
Oh, okay.
Just got that like an hour ago. I'm having fun. Blueprints rocks when it rocks, and it sucks when it sucks.
Very high and low.
Yes. I'm 3 of 8 red envelopes.
Yeah.
That'll mean something to some people.
Find them in the safes.
Oh, you do know?
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't know what XYZ ABC means.
That makes 2 of us.
I've accessed all the outdoor areas, although I don't know how to make one of them open. And then my allowance is $46.
Quite the discrepancy from what you started with 0.
It's a priority. If you want to go far in the post game, get a big allowance and big constellations.
That's how much money you start each run with.
Yeah. And nothing more to say about Blueprints. It would be my favorite game ever if I could avoid all the just nothing burgers.
The runs that don't really culminate in anything revealed.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I draft myself into a corner.
Right. And then you're like, well, I guess we re-rack and hopefully do better next time.
I sometimes just quit and leave. You're so crestfallen after a bad run that you got to go do something else. It's more potent than the Wii pause screen ever was. The window, right? Why not take a break? I mashed past that immediately, but this one, yeah.
My random Blueprints question for you is, how many books have you purchased from the bookstore?
Oh, bookstore sold out. I read that short story, but I'm not 100%. It's allegorical context. I've gotten the magnifying glass. If you look on my phone, I have screenshots and videos of I should have taken better notes all along.
Right.
Each classroom. Christ's sake. Did you finish the final exam?
I did not.
Okay, I haven't even seen the final exam.
I eventually came to a point where I had to make a decision on my phone. I had reams and reams of screenshots. And there came a day where I had to committally choose, will I ever play Blueprints again? And I said no. And then I deleted them all.
That's how we're different, Chris.
Okay.
That light at the end of the tunnel, that carrot on the stick, I'm enthused.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
It's very much a Heath game.
Yes, it is. And that's Blueprints. I'll refuse to talk about it until I've absolutely completionist it.
I look forward to that.
That's the last update.
You can tell me everything I missed out on.
Sure, I might. Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah, I would encourage it. Is that everything we've been playing?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I'm also holding one thing back for discussion next time.
Don't hold back.
Okay, then it's time for us to take our break. And when we return, we've got news, we've got emails, we got music. What's not to like? See you then.
And we're front. I changed it up there. Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, what a subversion of expectations. All right. Before we get to other things, I think we should do some rapid fire news. I have 3 news to discuss.
Breaking.
Not a lot to say about any of them. I just thought it would be good to get these on the Mobius Tube's record because they're kind of like the culminations to 3 subjects we've brought up many times in the past. News number 1. So last year, 2025, several times on the show, the topic of video game hardware prices keep going up.
Right.
Specifically in the USA, we have a very strange tariff situation going on, RAM prices and other computer hardware prices spiking due to AI priorities changing. And the culmination of this story was we were saying, oh, this holiday season, not many kids are going to get consoles under their Christmas tree.
Yeah, they're going to get skateboards and hula hoops.
It's a bad time to be buying into video game hardware. So from Matt Piscatella over at Circana.
We've referenced him before.
Many times. He's the senior director of capturing all this video game sales statistics. He came out with some statistics around the holiday purchasing season. And lo and behold, this past November, the biggest Black Friday video game purchasing season. Quarter 4. November 2025, video game hardware spending dropped 27% year over year. And what this led to was fewer units sold of video game hardware in the US during November than any year since 1995.
Whoa, since me.
It was a 30-year low for people buying new units of video game consoles.
Okay.
Yeah, shock and surprise. When tariffs increase prices, people buy things less.
Yeah.
So that was the capstone on, are people going to be buying less video game hardware? And the answer was yes. Moving on. News story number 2. This is tied in with the same drop of Circana video game sales statistics. Another thing we keep bringing up is Xbox, Microsoft taking their video game initiative and kind of going third party, putting their games on all sorts of different competitors' hardware, kind of slowly backing out of the Xbox hardware selling themselves. This culminated in Matt Piscatella reports what were the best-selling pieces of video game hardware in November. The number 1 best-selling piece of hardware was the PlayStation 5. Number 2 for units sold was the Switch 2. Heath, could you hazard a guess what the number 3 best-selling piece of video game hardware was last November?
Oh, well, it's definitely not the Switch 1.
It wasn't.
It's going to be something crazy.
What I'm building to is it certainly wasn't anything Xbox. It was something called the Next Playground.
Yeah, is that like a TeamU thing?
The Next Playground, I think it's motion controls involved, kind of Kinect-y, maybe targeted towards a younger audience. Anyway, Microsoft with their Xbox could not crack the top 3. They lost to the Next Playground.
Shopping.
So that's just a capstone on Xbox hardware sales are in the gutter. They're no longer very competitive.
Next Playground. Have you ever seen this before?
Very little.
Okay. Well, it's a yellow and blue cube, and it's just a $250 Target shelf occupier.
But it has a bigger sales presence than Xbox did last holiday season.
It's very affordable, comparatively.
Right. And moving on to rapid fire news, number 3, final.
Rapid.
Following up on, we were pretty excited about Valve, the makers of Steam, running that big storefront. They're coming out with new hardware early this year. Allegedly, they were.
I was enthused about buying it until I realized I was sitting on a RAM gold mine.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new Steam machine, new headset for VR, the Steam frame, new controllers. That was all announced in November of last year. And we speculated, with computer part prices spiking, are these things still coming out? And we got a statement from Valve, which was, when we announced these products in November, we planned on being able to share specific pricing and launch dates by now. But the memory and storage shortages you've likely heard about across the industry have rapidly increased since then. The limited availability and growing prices of these critical components mean we must revisit our exact shipping schedule and pricing, especially around Steam Machine and Steam Frame. They claim these products will probably still ship before the end of the first half of this year, but yeah, they've been delayed.
No rush, says Heath. Take your time. You've taken your time since now.
Yeah. Try not to screw up the launch.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was rapid fire news.
On to the Super Bowl. Who's winning? I don't know. We're recording this during the Bad Bunny's halftime show, everybody listening.
Yeah, our jock cards are being revoked.
Yeah, we couldn't care.
I learned it was the Super Bowl today because Samantha texted me she was guilted into attending a Super Bowl party for her friend's birthday.
Damn it. We should be there.
Too bad it's 6 hours away.
Too bad. And the Olympics is all concurrent.
Yeah.
There's not a Sonic to be seen. I don't know why I said that Sonic was an Olympics mascot. You wouldn't be able to tell just based on the coverage.
Oh, there's been very little deal made about it.
Have you seen it?
No.
They've heard no mention since October.
Right.
What the hell? They're jumping through rings and I don't hear a single sound effect. That's a new coat of paint on the same joke I made last time.
Hey, good news, Heath.
What's the good news?
We got a listener email.
Folks who want to write in and give us more good news can only write in to mobiustubespodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. We read every one. That's mobiustubespodcast@gmail.com. You can write in just like recurring listener Thomas K.
Oh!
Yeah. He's written in before, longtime listener. We hear from him on like an annual basis. It's always fun. Thomas K writes in and says, "Hi. I was already thinking of emailing the show about 100-line Last Defense Academy,
No.
as I'm currently 60 hours deep, and I knew it would be Samantha's jam. But I was pleasantly surprised to get Samantha's first thoughts last episode. I found it starts off super strong, funnier than Danganronpa, and without the convoluted nonsense trials where sometimes they write the killer's name on the wall and you have to wait 3 hours for the story to let you acknowledge it. Zero Escape has better written sci-fi, so I was pumped for the two writers of those two franchises to collaborate together.
Oh, what? I thought this was just a Chunsoft.
100-line Last Defense Academy has DNA from Danganronpa and Zero Escape.
Yeah, this was said, but I tuned it out.
That's okay.
I blocked it.
Back to Thomas K. But my hot take, 100 days in the game is too damn long. I don't think a single route wouldn't be improved by cutting it down to like 60 days or less. The duplicated battles can be skipped, but skipping still takes about 60 to 90 seconds with numerous transitions. I'm also still waiting to pick up the main sci-fi mystery plot I left behind over 30 hours ago. There's 21 routes in the game's second half, but it's not really a choices matter experience. Each route has a big idea, some cooler than others, and they have very little overlap or connection. Unfortunately, it's not pulling off what 13 Sentinels did, and instead, it feels like 21 different games wearing a trench coat, which is a very funny image to me.
Interesting.
I'm still playing it, and I'd like to see it through. It's awesome in ambition and as an experiment in narrative games, but I'm excited every time Takumi, your playable character, is unconscious for a few days to help me get through a route quicker.
All right.
It's a weird one. Looking forward to more of Samantha's thoughts. Keep making a great podcast, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
I'm going to let you handle this one. I got nothing on 160 Days Academy.
And I have very little as well. Yeah, as you know, Thomas, Samantha's not here right now. Of course, she's been feeding me updates, spoiler free.
She would glow up whatever they just said.
I can, on good authority, say I think Samantha is higher on the game than you are coming across, at least. I think she's 120 hours in. She's deep. At this point, all I know is that she was kind of miserable during something called the boxes route. If I ever play this game, if I start to hear the characters talk about boxes, I should get ready for a snooze fest because nothing happens, I guess. But that's really all I know. I'm looking forward to playing it. When Samantha comes back, she's like a volcano getting ready to erupt. She has so much to say about this game. She's been holding back.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our listener email section. Thank you, Thomas. Moving on to tee us up, Heath. What is this music segment we have?
For 20 millennia, Mobius Tunes has been our game where we have to guess the game based on the song from the game.
Yeah.
We each have 5 songs ranging in difficulty. If we nail the title from which the song is from, we get 3 points. If we need a hint, we get less than 3 points. A perfect score is 15. Chris, I'm going to guess first.
Okay. So Heath will be guessing the 5 songs I selected. Heath, there is a fun theme this time.
Great.
My theme for the songs I selected are So You Like Jazz.
Oh!
That's my theme.
I do.
Now, admittedly, I play a little fast and loose with what's considered jazz.
He's gonna...
Basically, if there's something resembling a saxophone, I said it was fair game. And then this will be a little helpful hint for you.
What?
Here's the 3 songs from games I didn't use that I felt could have fit the theme.
Oh, honorable mentions.
Like, obviously, I could have chosen Beneath the Mask from Persona 5, but too many Persona songs have been brought to this segment, so it was excluded. I wanted to grab The Gates of Hell from Bayonetta, but once again, too many Bayonetta songs on this segment, so I excluded it.
It would have been stylish, though.
And then I had this song downloaded, ready to go, until I did my due diligence. I cross-referenced that big spreadsheet you have of all the past songs. And that's how I realized you selected this exact song from Mario Kart 8. I could not select Dolphin Shoals from that aquatic level in Mario Kart with lots of saxophone.
Yeah, it's got that lick that everybody uses.
So I had to find an alternative for Dolphin Shoals, and that led me to the 5 songs I have now.
Let's get excited for song
number 1.
Oh, there you go. Well, the saxophone doesn't come in for like 90 seconds, but we're going to enjoy the first 90 seconds.
Yeah, we have to vamp until it appears.
What a jaunty, it's upbeat, but you don't feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you really shouldn't at this stage of the game. It's just, this is a fun time for like we're hanging out with cool monsters and getting to know our friends.
Heath, would you like to relieve our listeners' blue balls? What game is this from?
This song is first from Deltarune Chapter 1.
That's right. This is the overworld
Fields
theme.
of Hopes and Dreams.
Field of Hopes and Dreams.
Not to be confused with Hopes and Dreams.
From Undertale.
Which
right.
is a song that feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
Yeah, this is probably the first track from Deltarune I really fell for. I love it. It's the overworld traversal theme. And the soundtrack in general, but particularly this song, I think it just makes me feel like a child again for some reason. I can't even necessarily say why, because I wasn't playing games like Deltarune as a kid. But it has a nostalgic quality for me in it.
Well, okay, not to dox him. Your backyard is a huge forest. And you know what has forests? Deltarune Chapter 1.
Right.
His backyard also has a volcano, and I'm trying to obscure your geographical location.
Thank you, doing me a solid.
And a sarlacc pit.
But yeah, there's like a saxophone equivalent that comes in at the very end, and that's why it fits the jazz theme. That's 3 points for Heath.
I'm smoking it.
Let's see how you fare with song number 2.
Song number 2. Jazz is jazz. I know jazz. Song 2. What? Ooh, wah. Oh, dear me. Well, it's not a klaxon. It's not the awooga of like a fire truck. But dear, that was...
Leaves an impression.
That was, to put it simply, non-Western. This could fit right in an interesting fighting game, maybe like a Guilty Gear. It's not really sleuthy. It is more fighting game. Show us your moves. Sweet, stylish action. Although it's song 2, so it should be a game that everybody's heard of, right?
In theory.
This is from something like an anime fighter, but clearly not. I'm gonna stick to my guns though. I'll say this is from like Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
A game known for its jazz themes.
No, but if you can't not hear it if you fight Hit.
Okay. I know so little about Dragon Ball. I'll take your word for it. Unfortunately, incorrect, Heath, but maybe this hint can help you out.
God damn.
The name of this game is derived from a French artistic term describing a high contrast style between light and dark.
Oh, shut up. I would have thought you would have used the really important final climactic battle. There's no jazz in Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
But there is.
Damn it.
That is correct. Yes, I was spoiled for choice for picking songs from this game.
There's jazz in that one? Oh, I like that.
It's great.
It goes up a step. Not on this music bar, but in emphasis.
This is a theme that it's your introduction to a party member you get, and it sets the tone very well.
Oh, lovable character, Francois.
Yeah.
5 points total.
5 points total. Well done. Moving on to our third jazzy song.
And we go. Oh, did somebody start a PlayStation? What's this boot music? Oh, unexpected. I thought it was going to go to the moon, but this is stinky. Okay, I feel like I've heard this before. Okay, this is sleuthy. Pouring over evidence. Original smoky room.
Yeah, I can't even see you. There's too much smoke in the room.
Yeah, this is like, which suspect are you going to charge? Or, the suspect's right in front of me. We're asking questions. Asking questions to someone who, clearly used magic to get away with the crime. And we have to be like, oh, how did he do it? Okay, we're gonna try, folks. Danganronpa V3 Hungry Hippo, whatever the hell that subtitle is.
Killing Harmony.
Oh, I thought it was Hurry Happy Havoc, or what was this?
Trigger Happy Havoc, that's game number 1.
Oh, then whatever, V3.
I could see that being in Danganronpa, but unfortunately that's incorrect.
Really? Are you sure? Feel free to check your notes.
Check my notes, double check.
Check's notes.
All right, first hint number 1. It's a bit of a mouthful. Here we go. This 4th entry in a long-running series was the first to introduce multiple playable characters. And in doing so, it was unsatisfied adding just 1 or 2. No, this game sees you play as 4 distinct protagonists with intertwined stories.
Uh-oh. Good thing for Heath, there's only so many franchises with at least 4 entries.
4 entries, 4 characters.
4 protagonists? Oh, no. I mean, Heavy Rain has 4 protagonists. I said Clair Obscur was non-Western.
You did say that.
That's wrong, then, because it's French.
That's wrong. Yeah.
My American ears betray me.
You're like, it's east from my coast.
Yes, yeah. Anything east of me.
Syracuse is eastern.
Eastern. Exotic over there. Okay, this stupid song. Chris, there's only so many games with 4 characters.
Right. A little bit rare.
Heath, hit him with franchises. that do a lot of walking and talking.
Walking, talking. The song, I'd say, it's kind of giving a seedy kind of setting.
Because my dumb ass is like, oh, a hat in time. Like all these one-off single entries.
Yeah. This is a big series if it's got 4 entries.
The 4th. Oh, and Yakuza has many playable characters. Crap. Hell, Yakuza 5 has 5 playable characters, I think, and they all fight on a rooftop.
I think that's true.
Wait a second. Okay. Oh, I rescued myself. Chris, this is going to have to be Yakuza 4.
Is correct.
Can you even name the 4 characters, big boy?
I mean, one is Kazuma Kiryu.
One is Kiryu. One's not Majima.
Majima's not playable in this
Right.
one.
Their back tattoos, you could name those, but you can't name the person.
One's a convict, one's a police officer, and one is a loan shark.
Ice cream salesman.
All right, that's 2 more points. Heath is up to 7 points so far.
Ooh, you saved me. Okay, but what was hint number 2?
Hint number 2, if you needed it, was going to be the only returning playable character in this game is series staple Kazuma Kiryu.
Can I sing
Baka Mitai?
Yeah, Baka Mitai in this game?
In this game? I don't believe so.
No, that was a late addition.
On to song number 4. They're getting harder now.
As Eastern as Expedition 33. They're getting harder now. I'll be the judge of that with song number 4. This is Mass Effect 2. This is Mass Effect 2 again. Hold on, that was a joke. That's a joke until it's not. Oh, it stinks of the club. What's the club from Mass Effect called?
Afterlife?
Afterlife. It stinks of Afterlife. No, but it wasn't. I'd recognize it if it was. A lot more guitar than I expected.
I'd maybe call this the least jazzy of my selections.
No, I'll allow it. This is when you're in the dream state with Igor and he's tuning your personas. You're morphing at some point. Morphing is happening. Ah, crap. This is probably Resogun.
I had to put this song in when Dolphin Shoals was eliminated.
I wish I left Dolphin Shoals on the market. I would have been able to rescue myself. Okay. When did Yakuza 4 even come out?
Around 2010, 2011?
Yeah. So this is not much later than that. It's the same time period. Am I crafting during this? What am I doing? You know, I already said morphing and stuff, but that's getting less true by the minute, by the second. And it's not Forza. I'm not putting new skins on my motorcycle. Unless I am.
Always the chance, unless you are.
No, because if it were Need for Speed, it would be licensed music of just bargain bin alternative. This is more not racing, not loan sharking. Why can't everybody be Toby Fox and just have a motif that I can nail in my sleep? It's around that Mass Effect 2 era, which, as we all know, was 2011. No. When did Mass Effect 3 come out?
2012.
2012. Okay. It's not Persona either. Shoot. Oh, no. And I was about to say Shin Megami Tensei, but that takes place on a farm. Oh, no, buddy. Oh, crap.
You might have to rely on a hint here. No shame in that.
Wait, does SMT start on a farm? No, it doesn't. I'm thinking of Shenmue. Shenmue is on a farm. SMT, that's... Okay, which SMT was from 2009? Shin Megami Tensei 5
is incorrect.
Oh, I was close, though.
You're very hung up on the date here. All right.
That means it's from 1987.
First hint. You play as a girl named Cadence in this 2025 rhythm game.
My God.
Featuring gameplay reminiscent of Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Want any of that repeated?
No.
Okay.
2025 rhythm games?
Yes.
Oh, I got you. I got it. No, I got it. Because y'all wanted to bid for it during Fantasy Publisher. It's the Tetris Effect clone.
You're trying to think of the title of the new game from the developer of Tetris Effect?
They developed it too? I thought that it was just their contemporary analog.
I think it was the same team.
I didn't think there was a character in that game. But now there's a girl named Cadence
That's right.
playing the thing. I thought it was just an anthropomorphic Beat Saber. Things are just coming at you and you gotta hit it in time. Oh no. Ah, we're done. This game is from, the song is from venereal disease. I know, it starts with a V. It starts with a V. It has a V in it.
V Rising.
No, you made that up.
Are you trying to think of Luminous?
Oh!
Luminous Arise?
Why did I think it had a V in it?
Is that the title you're looking for?
Yeah, it's got the pulsing chameleons in the trailer.
Yeah, it sure does.
Luminous Arise.
Is incorrect.
Oh, all right, thank you. Why did it think it have a V in it? Who makes it?
I'll tell you with hint number 2. Developed by Brace Yourself Games, this game is a spin-off/sequel to 2015's Crypt of the Necrodancer.
No, Necro came out last year? Spiritual successor to Crypt of the Necrodancer?
I said spin-off/sequel.
The Cadence thing, I should have just guessed that. But I thought that game came out like 5 years ago.
Oh, it was last year.
Chris Crypt came out 2016.
15. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's been 10 years.
I think they had a game in between that was based on Zelda.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. The name, I know the naming convention. They kept the of the Necrodancer. It's just the first word. Crypt is a place. So setting. They did away with that. They went much more for vibe. It's not a airport of the Necrodancer. It's like surge of the Necrodancer. It's an abstract thought, concept, noun. So we're gonna say like groove of the Necrodancer.
It's pretty close. I think you can pick up a half point.
Really?
The name of the game I was looking for is Rift of the Necrodancer.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I should. Given the dreck I'm about to serve you, I think I should take the L.
All right, I'll leave it up to your discretion.
I can't believe Rift of the Necro came out a year ago.
I think Samantha might have drafted it. I have to grab a charger for my phone.
He has to grab a charger, folks.
Heath remains at 7 points, but he's still got one song to go.
My only consolation is that this jazz is sending me. Audio listener, I'm lifted out of my chair by the funky rhythm.
He's Luminous Arising.
Shut up. I thought it started with a V. I thought it was like a voluptuous rising. Song number 5. Super Mario Jam. Hoops Barkley. Jam Mario 3-on-3. What's that game called?
Mario Hoops 3-on-3?
Mario Hoops! I did say hoops. I've heard this song before. I'm screaming. I've heard this song before. You're in trouble. You see how now that I got Crypt on the mind? I'm one of the characters from Crypt.
Yeah, Heath is idle animating.
The longer I listen, the less I know what it is. So I should have just went by with my gut in the beginning. Oh, you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble?
I've heard this. This is Deliberation of the Suspects. Yeah, you're cooked, dude. Okay, yeah. I know. I have a guess. There's a 1 in 3 shot.
There's only 3 games this song could be from.
Yeah, no more than 3. All right.
I can't wait to find out how cooked I am.
Well, it's because this is the song that's heard when you've uncovered a special piece of evidence and everything's clicking. It's like a positive moment. It's the rising action. This is after I forgot my story circle terminology. What is it called? It's like the meeting of the goddess, the atonement of the father. This is the resurrection. We're coming to save the day because we have the intel, and we're not in any immediate danger. It's the cross-examination. It's not Phoenix Wright. This is Danganronpa THH.
Trigger Happy Havoc.
Because it sounds most modern.
That's the first one.
Oh, sorry. But okay. This is Danganronpa V3. Trigger Happy Havoc.
Killing Harmonies.
Fuck these subtitles, Chris. I'm winding up.
He's taking a swing and he does not connect.
Oh,
it's incorrect. I'm afraid.
There was too much pine tar on that ball. I would have hit it.
Get ready for this hint.
I got it though.
Depending on what you know, Heath, this hint will either give it to you or be absolutely inscrutable. The title of this game has 3 numeric 1s in the place of where you'd expect L's to be. 3 number 1s where an L should be in this game's title.
This is like for 3R, you know, the Fear game franchise?
Yes.
And how the third one, instead of an E,
it's a 3.
for 3R.
For 3R. Yeah, it's like that.
Did you say numeric L's? What did you say?
Numeric 1s.
Okay, 1s.
I'm hoping I get to use hint number 2, so don't mess this up for me.
I'm gonna get you. I'm not gonna give you the courtesy. Lethal League. It's anime as heck, so just stick with that. What a great hint. Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
I like how hint number 2, I did such a good job, Heath. I like how hint number 2 interacts with hint number 1. They complement each other.
Oh. I'm predicting hint number 2 is like the words are oriented so that the 1s form a nice little column, which means that it's a 3-word thing. And there's L's in each of the 3 words. Good things always come in 3s. Kill the Kill! I'm thinking of Live Alive, but also Kill the Kill. Kill the Kill.
All right, for Heath's second guess, he guesses the anime Kill la Kill.
Which is a game.
And is incorrect.
Why isn't that a game yet? Hey, you know what? Good job, brain. You accessed a recess that no one asked you to
There are 5 L's in Kill la Kill.
but only 3 of them were aligned as such.
All right.
It's not 11,111.
For hint number 2.
Fuck this game.
For a game about futuristic bartending, surprisingly, the title of the game is related to Norse mythology.
Futuristic bartending?
Game is all about futuristic bartending, but the title, it comes from Norse mythology.
Odin. Thor.
How many L's are in Thor?
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, wait, we can narrow this down. Heimdall. Oh, okay, Loki. I've never heard of a video game with Loki in the title. Futuristic bartending? Is that just like a single mission? I can do this.
I believe in you.
Okay, Norse, come on. Just basic bitch Norse. Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil has 2 L's.
You need to go more basic, Heath.
Odin. Thor. Valhalla. Fuck. Okay, we got there.
Final answer?
I mean, it's Valhalla, yes.
Is correct. I was looking for Valhalla, cyberpunk bartender action.
Oh, go to hell.
This is a game. I've intended to play it. Oh. This game's known for its soundtrack.
That's why it's cyberpunk, because it's like binary.
Yes. The binary digits are replaced.
There's only 2 number ones.
Oh, is that true? Well, I helped you out. Otherwise, you would have guessed Yggdrasil.
It's okay, audio listener. It's VA-11 Hall-A Valhalla.
I messed that up, but we got there. That's a point.
Oh, you're a bartender affectionately named Valhalla, and you play as a girl.
You've never heard of this game?
It's a vision. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Okay.
It's a visual novel developed by Venezuelan studio Sukaban Games. Heck, we should have captured them instead of Maduro. instead of the president.
Because we like their games, then they should make more.
Yeah, Maduro was sitting down. He was about to beat Valhalla, and then we opened up. All right.
All right.
No one knows how many points I have.
I do, actually. You have 8 points, Heath.
All right.
I hear I have a tough lineup waiting for me.
I don't know what music is.
Hopefully I do, because I'm going to try to guess these songs with Heath's song number 1.
All right. Song number 1.
All right. I'm on the clock. Remind me, Heath, any kind of theme this time around?
No, I couldn't come up with anything.
That's okay. It's tricky to do. Okay. I feel like we're on the town, maybe gearing up for some kind of mission. This is a lively game. Action-y. Heroic.
Eastern or Western?
Northern.
Northern.
Actually, it's giving Southern right now.
Darn tootin'.
Let's see. Oh, let's throw a guess out there. Is this from Red Dead Revolver?
Ooh, you know what? That's a solid, because it's old enough that you would think more arcadey.
Yeah, in that wheelhouse.
Unfortunately not, Chris.
That's okay.
First hint. This is the main theme of one of the games from the Orange Box.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay, the Orange Box from Valve famously has 3 games in it. The original Portal, an episode of Half-Life 2, and Team Fortress 2. This isn't the Still Alive from Portal, so scratch that. I don't think Half-Life sounds like this, which leaves me with, Heath, is this song from Team Fortress 2?
Is correct.
Woo.
Main theme. You've heard it before, but it never really clicked with me.
It doesn't stick.
No, it doesn't.
Slides right off.
It does, yeah.
2 points.
2 points for Chris. And let's give him some more points with this one. All right, ready, set, go.
Okay. I could be in the club right now. Very much so. I could be doing some cyberpunk bartending right now.
And you're gonna run into Valhalla with her 2 ones.
Only 2, not 3. This has got to be on the older side, or it's something giving a bit of a throwback. I like it. But what could it be from? And now I'm picturing it. This could be on like the choose your fighter character select screen. Before you boot up a match of Mortal Kombat 2. That's my guess.
Oh, incorrect. You're so close. This is from a 1992 beat 'em up published by Sega for the Sega Genesis. I'll say this. You are correct that it is a sequel.
Okay.
It has the number 2 in it. But it's a 1992 beat 'em up developed by Sega.
Okay. Beat 'em up games, side-scrolling. What's coming to mind? There's the Streets of Rage series. I'm gauging Heath's reaction.
I'm bumping.
It's just bumping. Is Double Dragon one? Confidence low. I'm going to throw out the name of a game that I know for a fact is a beat 'em up. Heath, is this Streets of Rage 2?
Is correct.
Ooh.
This is Go Straight, stage 1-1.
Okay.
Amazing title.
Right.
Go Straight.
Gets right to the crux of things.
As if they were going to see it on screen. Maybe they do.
Maybe.
They're likely big flashing arrow to the right. In Streets of Rage, you play as Axel Stone and Blaze Fielding. Yeah, much like the entry in the franchise, you got 2 points for Streets of Rage 2.
Took 2 guesses, got 2 points. Now my score is up to 4.
Yeah. I'm taking bites out of my pop filter, by the way. All right. Hey, how about we slow things down?
Yeah, let's do that. You're right. I'm now settling in to a warm bath, taking it real chill with this song. This is real cozy game. I'm on the farm, tending to my crops. Has Heath selected a Stardew Valley song before? I should check the spreadsheet.
I can check it right now.
I don't know if that's kosher.
Especially not because the song is on the spreadsheet.
Oh, you've already updated it?
I already updated it, yeah.
You're playing a dangerous game. What if I popped in?
I will create a new spreadsheet for Heath's Eyes only.
Yeah, just leisurely go at your own pace in this farming life sim. No, Samantha selected a Stardew Valley song, so Heath wouldn't double dip.
These are all games you've never said before on the show.
Very good. I will not waste my guess on Stardew Valley. Instead, I'm going to burn it on... Let me try. Is this from Harvest Moon?
Oh. Was that a Hall of Fame nominee?
Oh, in the Video Game Hall of Fame?
Yes, it was.
Probably.
Nothing has happened since we last covered it, but...
I defer to you on that segment.
Okay.
You're in charge.
I think that's an okay segment.
I think
it's in the top 10 segments we do.
How many segments do we do, Heath?
At least Thomas K is his own segment. That was incorrect, Chris.
All right.
Your first hint. This is from a 2010 open world survival horror game from Suda51. Is that his name? Hidetaka Suhiro, and his name is Suda51, right? Suda?
I'm just waiting for all the pieces to fall into place from Heath. Confirmation.
Oh, am I getting sweary confused with Suda? I'm so sorry.
That's okay, Heath. We know you get confused with all those Eastern games.
Like
they blur together.
Like Expedition 33? Oh, Suda made Killer is Dead and No More Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Swery made
D4.
And this game.
Okay. I think Heath gave me all the puzzle pieces I need. Is this, you said open world?
This is a 2010 open world survival horror game from Swery 65.
All right, locking in my guess. Is this Deadly Premonition?
You got it. How did you know? Did I mention this before?
This is a game that has a reputation out there.
It sure does. Well, it invented something.
It invented something?
It invented something. Deadly Premonition came out in 2010.
It's one of the quintessential so bad it's good games.
Oh, yes?
It has a cult following.
Yeah, isn't because the Raincoat Killer is really cool on paper.
I know it's known for its empty open world with nothing to do.
You get in that car and you don't stop until you reach your objective.
Yeah.
2 points. I'm just giving you 2 points.
I am nothing if not consistent.
I mean, at this rate, you will tie me with this
With
song.
this one, we will see. Very, very fun, very charming. Upbeat. I'm having such a pleasant time.
Yeah.
You're right, that last song, I would have never connected it to a survival horror game.
Even the box art for Deadly Premonition is the most like scream face, blindfold, bloody cheeked. It's got charming diner scenes where Detective York Morgan is commenting on American cuisine.
I bet it does.
But that was that game.
This is this song, and it is from... I was going to say something silly, like Maple Story, but you've already brought a Maple Story song to this segment.
And we're all the better for it?
This is from a Neopets game. Neopets, The Darkest Fairy.
Did you nail one? Did you just Todd a Neopets game? I've never heard of The Darkest Fairy.
I did nail it because I've played Neopets, The Darkest Fairy.
Is that its own thing? The only Neopets I've ever played is Neopets.
Like in a web browser, right? No, there's a commercial video game release, I think.
Oh, hell. This was in your Spyro era, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was a child.
Oh, poor guy. Is incorrect. This song is from the 2008 simulation video game in which you play as a surgeon, developed by Atlas.
Oh.
For the Nintendo DS.
Okay. That does ring a bell.
It does.
I've heard of this game's existence. Because it's an Atlas game. I love Atlas games. But this is one of their more obscure ones.
So many games. Oh, this was the same year that Persona 4 came out.
Same year.
This was 8 days before Persona 4 came out.
That's a fun bit of trivia. I've heard the title of this game uttered before, but can I dredge it up out of my memory banks is the question. It's not Surgeon Simulator. It's like Heartthrob Hospital or something like that. Heath, I need hint number 2.
Chris, the title of this game is describing the building it takes place in. The kind of 2-word hospital that deals with not necessarily like chronic issues, but deals with disasters. Like accidents,
Okay.
You would want to go to a blank blank if you were in a car crash or if a tree fell on you.
Yeah. What a paragraph of a hint. What an essay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's really trying to feed it to me.
Damn, this is a big-ass franchise. There's like 4 entries.
Really?
There was a Wii... I mean, this is the DS game, but there was later a Wii game.
All right, you want to be here if you've been in an accident, disaster.
I mean, it's a 2-word descriptor of a kind of hospital. Other kind of hospitals might be like a medical clinic, a rehabilitation center. I just gave away the second word. This is a different kind of center.
Oh, okay.
For deeply distressing physical injuries.
I think because of your slip of the tongue.
Blunt force.
I might have gotten there. Is the name of this game Crisis Center?
Oh, no! Trauma Center.
Trauma Center.
I might win.
You could win.
I might win given my bullshit hints.
Trauma Center. I have heard of it before. It's not a name I've committed to memory, clearly.
And that game's only mark of distinction is that song.
Would we like that game? Does it seem fun?
Let me put it to you this way. If I lost a bet and the consequence was playing that game, I would think, phew, okay. It could have been worse.
Getting off easy.
Could have been worse.
All right. I am at 6 points still. Heath's hardest song is coming up. Right now, I'm playing to tie, I think.
We'll tiebreaker in other ways.
Yeah. We'll kiss and call it even.
Whoa. Ready? Go.
Final song. Okay. Another lively one here. I like the drums whenever they come in. Yeah. I'd be pleased as punch listening to this as I played a video game. But which video game, Chris? Oh, the trumpets are nice. Your theme has been kind of games whose names have not been uttered on the show.
You've never said this game in your life.
Okay.
We're barrel scraping, Chris. I've played for you every Meritus song from known entities.
Yeah, if Mobius Tunes was a serialized TV show, we're in like season 5 by now. We're cobbling together plot threads.
Filler arc.
All right. I've nailed it, Heath. I know exactly what this is. This song is from, on the GameCube, I believe, Super Monkey Ball.
You are dangerously close. Who developed that? Sega?
Sega.
Buddy, you immediately... Sega's in the title. Ready? I've authored hints. I love this song. This is high on my list. Of all the Mobius Tunes songs, this is like top 10.
I'm surprised it took this long for it to appear.
I only discovered it recently.
Okay.
This 1995 racing game drifted onto the arcade and onto the Sega Saturn, but you could have told me that since its title's first word is that eponymous Japanese developer. I gave it away
earlier. Okay.
The second word...
I'm playing the tie here, Heath.
The second word lets the player know not to expect laps on a boring track, but a series of fixed rally points. And the final word sums up that this is a contest for the position of champion.
A very generous, multi-layered hint there. I gather it's 3 words long. The first word is Sega.
Sega.
And then what kind of a racing game is this exactly? Sega Rally Points Championship.
Hang on, he did say it. Sorry. He did say it. I'm gonna give it to you. You said Sega Rally Championship.
Sega Rally Championship?
Is the name of the game. It came out the same as me.
1995.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten there unless I was breadcrumbed via the hints.
This is not the only banger. There's multiple bangers on this soundtrack.
Okay.
It's
to celebrate the arrival of Heath.
Sega makes the best music ever.
They've got Persona under their belt.
They technically have Sonic Mania.
Since Heath's rolling with it, it sounds like I got 2 points.
No, you edged it out. Yeah. Oh, fun fact. This is also the game where Game Over, yeah, is from.
I'm not familiar.
You're not familiar with Game Over, yeah?
Yeah. Pipe it in for me.
Game Over, yeah! You're not sad to hear that Game Over.
No.
Which is a testament to how good the jingle is.
It's a little treat for you.
Yeah.
In your darkest moment.
The top comment is, you won. No. 9 points, Chris. Round of applause.
No, that's 8 points.
8 points. Yeah.
It's a tie.
Oh, we tied. Okay, well, whatever.
It's happened before.
The tiebreaker will be something.
Whew.
I told you this was going to be meaty. It's the fourth quarter.
Oh, of the Super Bowl?
Seahawks lead by 16 points.
Okay.
Patriots are going to lose.
I don't hate to hear that.
Oh. But everybody in Samantha's neck of the woods is going, fucking hell. How am I supposed to go to Duncan with... Am I doing the right accent?
I think I might have warped halfway through there.
I'm doxing her, by the way. I shouldn't be doing that.
Who knows? She could be anywhere.
She could be anywhere. It's a region.
What's our runtime?
Our runtime is is 2 hours-ish, and I'm on 6% battery.
Very good. We better wrap this up then.
So, yeah, get excited because next episode is maybe Hades 2, maybe Control 1.
That's crazy.
I have it installed.
I hope it runs.
It runs. It runs.
Yeah, next episode, I'll talk about games I've been playing with Samantha. I'll probably move on to something after Clair Obscur. Get excited. What should listeners do if they want to reach us, Heath?
They should do what Thomas did and write into the Mobius Tubes podcast at gmail.com. Has the Nintendo Year in Review happened yet?
It did.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're a little late to the party now.
Must have went to spam or something.
Do you want to quickly check yours?
No, because all it's going to say is Nier Automata.
But we'll finally know your hour count.
31 hours of Nier Automata.
Okay. We got an answer.
Deltarune was my most played.
And now we know.
Oh, because next episode is like the Valentine's Day episode.
I think this episode will release around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, well, yeah. Give your sweetheart the gift of Mobius Tubes episode 136.
Speaking of the Valentine's Day episode, call back to last year's Valentine's Day episode. We received a nice little comment from a listener on Discord who expressed some praise for the Love is All Around episode. He thought it was very funny.
Well, you get people in the same room around that subject matter and anything's going to be gold. It didn't have to be us.
Sure. Thanks for recording with me, Heath.
My pleasure. I'm leaving now.
I'll catch you next time.
This is me leaving.
Bye.
Bye-bye.